Greetings, thinkers. Welcome to Man of Thoughts, the channel that dives deep into the human psyche, exploring the intricacies of our minds and emotions. This is a space where we don't shy away from the complex, the intricate, and the oftentimes baffling aspects of what makes us, well, us. Here at Man of Thoughts, we delve into the inner workings of our minds, investigating the fascinating interplay between our thoughts, our feelings, and our behaviors. We unmask the hidden motivations that drive us and uncover the undercurrents that shape our relationships. Our journey today takes us into the realm of gender dynamics. We'll be probing the enigmatic truths about men and women, the subtle and not so subtle differences that define us. We'll peel back the layers of societal norms and expectations and delve into what really makes us tick. Today, we unravel the mysteries of the sexes. Brace yourselves as we dive into the 5 undeniable truths about men and women. Truth number 1, men and women process emotions differently. We've all heard the age-old stereotypes about men being stoic and women being emotional, but let's delve a little deeper into this. Scientific research has shown that males and females do indeed process emotions differently. And this isn't just societal conditioning, there are biological factors at play as well. Researchers at Stanford University found that women are more likely to remember emotional events, while men are more likely to forget them. This suggests that women's brains may be wired to hold on to emotional memories, which could explain why they're often more emotionally expressive. Societal factors also play a significant role. From a young age, boys are often taught to suppress their emotions, while girls are encouraged to express them. This can lead to a gender gap in emotional processing, with men often bottling up their feelings and women being more open about theirs. And let's not forget about the role of hormones. Studies have shown that hormones like estrogen and testosterone can greatly influence how we react to emotional stimuli. Women who have higher levels of estrogen tend to be more emotionally responsive, while men with their higher testosterone levels are often less so. Now, it's important to remember that these are general trends and not absolute rules. Everyone is unique, and there are many men who are emotionally expressive and women who are less so. But these findings do provide some insight into why men and women might handle emotions differently. And why does this matter? Well, understanding these differences can help us communicate better, empathize with each other, and navigate our relationships more effectively. It can also challenge us to question societal norms and expectations about how men and women should express their emotions. So the first truth stands: men and women, we process emotions in our unique ways. Moving on to truth number 2, our communication styles are not the same. Dive into the world of communication and you'll find it as varied as the people who use it. Men and women in particular often exhibit different communication styles, each influenced by their unique experiences, backgrounds, and even biology. Let's start with how men tend to communicate. Generally, they lean towards being more direct and straightforward. They're often task-oriented communicators, focusing on the goal at hand, the problem to be solved, or the point to be made. For many men, communication serves as a tool to establish status and maintain independence. They may use it to demonstrate knowledge, skill, or ability, which can sometimes come off as competitive or controlling. On the other hand, women usually employ a more relational style of communication. They use conversation to connect, build, and maintain relationships. Women often focus on feelings and experiences, using communication as a means to seek understanding and empathy. They tend to be more expressive and detail-oriented, sharing more personal information and asking more questions. This style can, at times, be perceived as over-emotional or too complex. But why do these differences exist? They may stem from social conditioning, where from a young age, boys and girls are taught different ways to interact with the world. Boys are often encouraged to be assertive and independent, while girls are nurtured to be cooperative and empathetic. Biological factors might also play a role, with some research suggesting that different brain structures and hormones could influence communication styles. However, it's crucial to remember that these are general tendencies, not fixed rules. Not all men communicate in a direct way, and not all women are relationally focused communicators. We are all unique individuals with our own ways of expressing ourselves. These differences in communication styles can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts if not recognized and understood. But with awareness and respect for these differences, we can bridge the gap and build stronger, more effective communication. And there we have it, truth number 2. Our communication styles are worlds apart. On to truth number 3, men and women approach problem solving differently. This is not a stereotype or a cliché. It's a fact backed by numerous psychological and cognitive studies. Let's start with men. Often their problem-solving approach is linear. They tend to focus on one issue at a time, breaking it down into smaller, more manageable parts. This method, called compartmentalization, is like dealing with a puzzle one piece at a time. It's a systematic and logical approach which can be highly effective for complex and layered problems. However, this singular focus can sometimes make men overlook the broader picture or miss subtle interconnections. Now let's turn to women. They typically adopt a more holistic approach to problem solving. Women often consider multiple aspects of a problem simultaneously, weaving together various threads of information. This web thinking allows them to grasp the bigger picture and understand how different elements interrelate. It's like looking at the entire puzzle all at once. While this approach can provide a comprehensive understanding, it may sometimes lead to over-analysis or delay in decision-making as many factors are considered. You might wonder which approach is better. Well, there's no definitive answer. Each method has its strengths and weaknesses. The linear approach can provide clarity and efficiency, but it may sometimes miss the nuances. The holistic approach offers a broader perspective, but it can sometimes be overwhelming. It's also crucial to remember that these are general tendencies, not rigid rules. Men can think holistically and women can solve problems linearly. It's about individual cognitive styles, not gendered stereotypes. Understanding these different problem-solving approaches can help us work better together. It can foster mutual respect and productive collaboration. We can learn from each other, combining the best of both approaches for more effective problem-solving. Truth number 3, then, is that our problem-solving tactics are as different as night and day, but remember, it's not about who's right or wrong, better or worse. It's about understanding and appreciating our differences and using them to our collective advantage. Truth number 4. Women are generally better at multitasking than men. Now let's delve into this fascinating concept. Multitasking is the ability to handle more than one task at the same time. It's like juggling balls in the air, except the balls are tasks and the juggler is your brain. Research has shown that women often excel in this area. A study from the University of Hertfordshire found that women outperform men in multitasking scenarios. In another study published in the journal BMC Psychology, women were quicker and made fewer mistakes than men when multitasking. Why is this so, you ask? Well, it's believed to be linked to how our brains are wired. Women's brains are designed for multitasking. They have a larger corpus callosum, the part of the brain that allows communication between the two hemispheres. This means they can process information from both sides of the brain simultaneously, giving them a multitasking advantage. Moreover, societal expectations and roles have also played a part. Historically, women have had to balance many roles and tasks, from caring for children and managing households to working outside the home. This may have honed their multitasking skills over time, and so we establish truth number 4. When it comes to juggling tasks, ladies often have the upper hand. Finally, truth number 5, women are generally more expressive with their emotions than men. Let's delve into the world of emotions, a realm often seen as complex and layered. Women in many cultures and societies are more frequently encouraged to express their feelings, while men are often taught to maintain a stoic facade. This societal conditioning can be traced back to traditional gender roles, where men were expected to be strong and unyielding, and women nurturing and expressive. It's also worth noting that biology plays a part in this emotional dance. Research suggests that women may have a larger limbic system, the part of the brain responsible for emotions and memory. This could potentially make them more in tune with their feelings and more adept at expressing them. Now, how does this impact relationships and communication? Well, in relationships, this heightened emotional expression can lead to a deeper understanding and connection. It can bridge gaps and build bonds, making relationships more resilient and enduring. However, it's not without its challenges. This difference in emotional expression can sometimes lead to misunderstandings and miscommunication. It's like trying to read a book in a language you're not fluent in. But remember, understanding and acceptance are the keys to navigating these emotional waters. And with that, we uncover our final truth. When it comes to expressing emotions, women often lead the way. We've journeyed through the labyrinth of the human psyche, unearthing truths about men and women. We've uncovered that men and women process emotions differently, with women tending to feel a wider range of emotions more intensely. We've seen how communication styles diverge, with women often using conversation as a tool for connection, and men leaning towards more direct, goal-oriented communication. We've also dug into problem-solving approaches, where men often take a more linear, solution-focused path, while women tend to consider multiple angles and impacts. Furthermore, we've discovered that women generally outperform men in multitasking. And lastly, we've discussed how emotional expression varies, with women typically expressing emotions more openly than men. Understanding these differences is key to enhancing our relationships and interactions, helping us navigate the complex human landscape with more insight and empathy. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. Remember, the power of understanding lies in the realm of thoughts. Until next time, thinkers, keep exploring.